Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, live from the Political Vigilante World Headquarters. Decision 2020. I can't afford real graphics, so I just have to do it with a hand and do that music. A name you can trust. Decision 2020. Iowa primary. Whatever we're at. Nevada. What's up, Dapty Vegan? It is Wednesday, February 19th. We just watched the Democratic debate that went live in Nevada. Aloha, Jason Lee, Shelley Thomas. What is up? What is up? Jane Martins, Brian Crosby. Hello. Let's do it. Yeah, let me tweet this out. Wow. All right, everybody. Let's go to the YouTube. I know Convo Couch is live. Love what they do over there. Let me bring up. We just crossed 61,000 subscribers. Boom! How about it, everybody? 61,000 in like a week. All of a sudden, the numbers have popped up. That Jolene Maxwell video, ooh, it's gotten like something like 40,000 views. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. A name you can trust. Graham Elwood, the political vigilante. Bum. Right on. What is up? Ooh, no super chats yet. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Warren hit Bloomberg the hardest, especially when they brought up his sex abuse allegations. Yeah, that was just great. 189 people watching, 82 likes. Please hit the like button, everybody, and share this stream out on your social media. Super Elegance win. Absolutely. This is crazy. It froze. Looks like it's good to me, man. It's good here. 61,000 sounds like it's time for a Palm Strike dance party. Right on. Looks like it's the stream health. Everything on my end says it's good. It froze for a moment, but it's back. Okay, good. 263 people watching, 126 likes. Please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Shave your knuckles for justice. Unfrozen. Let it go. Right? Isn't that from the thing? God, I can't sing. What are we going to do here? Overall, let's talk about it. Bloomberg got clocked. Like, get out of here. It was beautiful. And I got to say, it was beautiful watching Warren take him out. I mean, when the corporate Democrats clock each other, it's beautiful. Bernie just sits back there and then he weighs in and goes, we're going to fight the billionaires. He says the same thing he always says. Mayors, shave your knuckles for justice. You and Ron's caucus results stream gifts arrive tomorrow. Sent your P.O. box. Bernie killed it tonight. No, I got it today, actually. Thank you so much for these awesome shirts. I need to show them. One of them was from, I'll be right back, everybody. I got to show it to you. Mayor sent us this from Iowa, home of the beautiful Iowa caucuses that we're all so excited about. So this is from my favorite thing in Iowa, the come and go. And you see, is it there? Is it right? So every comedian that plays a fast food place called the come and go, right? But then there's a city in Iowa called Coming. And so they make shirts that there's the state of Iowa and a drink koozie. a pink one. This is beautiful. So yeah, Ron got a shirt and then one of these drink koozies. Thank you so much, Avers, for sending us. Yes, I do love coming. Iowa, it's great. 331 people watching. Yeah, it's great. So I think this was, this debate was, what's up, Cannon Fodder? Shaveth thy finger, hand joints for righteousness. Thank you so much for the Old English shout out. That was a pretty exciting debate, actually. I've been kind of annoyed that they're so boring and everything like this, but this was like, I mean, Bernie came out kind of swinging. I wish Bernie would have said, hey, Bloomberg, why are you friends with Epstein? Let's talk about, first of all, I appreciate everybody here. Let's talk about this for a second. I just want to go through all of. I just want to put all of this together, just so we all get a clear sense of what we are up against here with the Bloombergness, the Bloombergosities, and what is happening here. So I really just want to see what we really saw. I want to break it down for you. Let me just put this together real quick. Because it's really kind of, it's the same old crowd, kind of all palling around. Oh, there we go. There's my favorite photo that we're going to do. So please hit the like button, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It is the post-democratic debate from Nevada. The Nevada caucus is this Saturday, the 22nd. So that is important. The Nevada is a caucus. So I was watching the statistic beforehand that basically there were like 16 caucus states in 2016, and now there's 7. They've knocked a lot of them down, which is a good thing. 435 people watching, 224 likes, right on. What's up, Sam Dean? What's up, Pat the Batman fan? What's up, Cyberclue? FK the establishment. Chris Matthews has finally come to the realization that Bernie will win. Right on. Pete said nothing with a lot of words, but let's. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante, talking about the Democratic debates that we just had. Well, the first one was with Michael Bloomberg. And what was great was Liz Warren actually calling him out for what he said out of the gate. She said, we have there's a billionaire who said women have dog-faced lesbians and all this stuff, right? And she thought, oh, it's assuming Trump said that. No, it was Bloomberg. And she kept holding me accountable. Why they wouldn't let that go? And this was actually wonderful to see. This was a good moment, actually. I've had a lot of criticisms of Liz Warren. She is not a progressive. She lied about Bernie saying women couldn't be president. That was just a tactic, but she had actual hard evidence of the Bernie. They got to concoct stuff, right? Bloomberg, there's just a mountain of evidence. All these women, and he wouldn't release the non-disclosure agreements. And so Liz Warren it was great. And just Bernie got to just hang back and let it happen. So I hope we're seeing like any of the any vote, any blue will do crowd, or the we just whoever can beat Trump, just get someone that can beat Trump. And it's like, do you really want Mike Bloomberg in there? Like, that's amazing to me that I saw a Bloomberg sticker on an Audi, like on a really expensive car. I was like, of course. And then Bloomberg tried to call Bernie out on like, you're a millionaire with 3 houses. Bernie made $1 million 1 year because of his book. The prior year, he made $500,000 and he owns 3 houses. Yeah, he's been in Congress and then the Senate for 30 years. So yeah, he owns some property, and he's like, where do you live? I live in New York, and I proudly pay my taxes. Oh, so you're for tax. Like, it's such bullshit. Here's Mike Bloomberg, golfing with Donald Trump, this guy he claims he hates so much, and right? Giuliani and Bloomberg, they all of a sudden now Trump's the bad guy. What's the real connection here? What is the real connection here? Oh, it's Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend. Virginia Roberts, in a sworn deposition, said Maxwell raped and trafficked her. And that's Bloomberg with her, right? She settled out of court. So she's 100% innocent, and Virginia Roberts is just some crazy opportunist, right, that's trying to get money from a socialite. You would really settle out of court with that accusation? I wouldn't. Somebody accused me of being a pedophile sex trafficker. I'm like, no, we are going to court. I am innocent. I will clear my name 100% is what I would do. She settled out of court. Oh, here she is with Trump. Right? Oh, but that was a long time ago. So who knows? That could have just been in any old party. Oh, like this party. There's Bloomberg again with Trump. Is that Jared Kushner? I don't know who that idiot is, but do you see how this is? Bloomberg can just buy his way in. He skips the first two. He skips Iowa, New Hampshire, and now he's in. It's so obvious. Everyone on that stage at the end of the debate said, "Well, if it goes to a second ballot, we'll let the process work." They're all saying, "Let the process work," because they know they can't win in just actual votes. They have to let the super delegates cheat Bernie again. That's the democratically. Someone is putting him up to this. Is it the Clintons? Because there's Ghislaine Maxwell at Chelsea Clinton's wedding with former President Bill Clinton, who was on Epstein's plane 26 times. Hillary was on 2 times. Hillary and Bill stayed at his New Mexico compound numerous times. Go to my Epstein playlist, and I will talk all about this. Ghislaine Maxwell is currently, I just did a video on this, she's hiding out in Israel. Not shocking, her dad was a Mossad agent. John Kiriakou came on this show and alluded to the fact that it sounded like maybe the Israelis had something to do with Epstein's suicide. So why am I so vehemently against Bloomberg? First of all, he's a billionaire. And it's so funny, like, we got to get Trump out of, we got this awful billionaire out of the White House, so we're going to replace him with another billionaire? Look, they're all friends. They're all friends. All have been on Epstein's plane. All of these people have been on Epstein's plane. All of them friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. That is the billionaire ruling class. That's why, and I'm so glad when they called Bernie, you said billionaires shouldn't exist. He goes, you're damn right I did. And he didn't backpedal. He just said it's offensive. And Buttigieg, he kept trying to go after Bernie, and he helped Bernie. It was kind of great, man. So I don't know. I think we'll see. Of course, the corporate media will say Klobuchar finished strong, whatever. She got clocked, and she gets so her face starts shaking when she's remember names. I do that all the time. I would be like, wait, who is it? I get that if you're not talking about that leader all the time, the way you talk about, we know who. We always talk about Putin. I talk about Scott Morrison because we just had the fires in Australia. I was just in Australia. It'd be easy for me to not remember. But watching her and Mayor Pete go at it was fantastic. That was great. But this is why Bloomberg is awful. He's no different than Trump. He's no different than Trump. He's no different than Trump. No different than Trump. He was a Republican. Tonight on the debate, he tried to say, I helped New York City after 9/11. No, jackass. That was Giuliani. Giuliani was the mayor when 9/11 happened. And a lot of New Yorkers said, wow, Giuliani really rallied. People that didn't like or vote for, I'm not some big Giuliani fan. I'm just saying with regard to 9/11, that horrible event that happened, that just was. I had friends that lived in New York, and it was chaos. I couldn't talk to them. It was nuts. It was Giuliani who was the mayor. Any criticism you want to have about Giuliani, they're all fair, they're all legitimate. But I would say he did a decent job after 9/11. So he just tried to take credit. That's a Trump tech. Trump just takes credit for everything. Oh, we're celebrating the 50 years of the first man on the moon. Happened during my presidency. Like Trump, that's an actual thing Trump said. He tried to get credit. Well, and he was getting eaten alive. And these billionaires are not used to being talked to that way and not used to being called out. And but this is the thing everyone should have called out. His friendship with Ghislaine Maxwell and his friendship with Donald Trump. This should be called out. And the billionaire ruling class. I don't know why Bernie doesn't push back harder. He fought pretty hard tonight and his gloves came off and it was nice to see, but this thing should have been front and center. Boom. Shave your knuckles for justice. Ron Placone and I are in San Francisco, September 29th. Get your tickets at graham-elwood.com, and we're in Florida, March 12th, Orlando, March 13th, Tampa, March 14th, Miami. Get your tickets at graham-elwood.com. Oh, yeah. So what do we got, folks? 701 people watching. Ooh, hit the likes button. Everybody get the likes up. We have 700 people watching, so hit the like button. Yeah, Biden trying to play the poor card is hilarious. He's been in politics for 50 years. Yeah. People call him out and he gets that crazy smile like he wants to fight people. That like he gets him and Klobuchar get all shaky crazy and they're twitchy in their face when they get called out. It was crazy. I think the protesters were talking about the 3 million people that Obama and Biden had deported when Obama and Biden were in the White House. That's what I think I heard. If I can't verify for sure, but that's what it sounds like. Your stream is low quality and freezing up. I don't know what to tell you about that. I've got really fast internet, so I don't know if just YouTube is. I don't know if YouTube is just overwhelmed because everyone's going live, but. Bernie, Pete was trying to take swipes at Bernie, but then so many of them backfired. Pete tried to go, just tell us the truth, Bernie, and Bernie like slammed on him a bunch of times. It was pretty rad. It might be that I'm being throttled. I don't know. Hit the like button, everybody. It's 470 likes, 709. All right, let's do some super chats. Boom, shave your knuckles for justice. Mo Money. Bloomberg definitely came up short tonight. Ha bam. Yeah, he seems like the least presidential of anyone on that stage. And I'm telling you, I will not vote for him. If he gets if they cheat his way into the nomination, and I will not vote for him. I will not. I won't vote for any of these centrists unless they make Bernie their VP, but I won't vote for any of those centrists at all. If any of them make Bernie their VP, maybe. But if they cheat Bernie again, he's ahead in every poll, and we'll see how they try to screw around. Like I had Jordan Sheridan on the show, watch that video with him. He goes, yeah, I'll let you know what kind of fuckery they do in Nevada. We'll have him back on the show and we'll find out. I know Fiorella from Condo Couch is in Nevada right now. We're going to find out what happened. We're going to find out. So, Derek Morris, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice, calling themselves Democrats is a disgrace. None of them believe in democracy except Bernie Sanders. By the way, love seeing Bloomberg get wrecked. Yeah, he's a former Republican. So's Warren. And then Klobuchar and Pete give literally Republican talking points when they go after Bernie. They sound like Republicans. It's unbelievable. Like Bernie's this, and Buttigieg was like, Bernie wants to burn down the house. What house? How is he burning down a house, Pete Buttigieg? Explain this to me. He wants to give people $15 an hour, Medicare for all, student debt forgiveness, free public colleges and universities. Everyone gets a job in a Green New Deal. It's paid for by taxing billionaires and companies like Amazon, by cutting the military budget, which outspends the next 10 countries combined. We could cut our military budget in half and still outspend Russia and China, right? We could unite the world with a Green New Deal. So what house, the only house Bernie Sanders wants to burn down is Mayor Pete's house with his billionaires living in his wine cave. That's the only house he wants to burn down. And that's why Wine Cave Pete is so threatened by this. Hashtag CIA Pete. Hashtag CIA Pete. Make that trend. I tried to do it on, I didn't do it on every tweet I did tonight, but many of them. Brooks Rogers, what's up, Brooks? You're making Gotham great again. Thanks for watching debates so we didn't have to suffer through it. That's what I do. That's what I do, Brooks. Scotch Tapes, what's up? Yes, I will keep it up. I love a good jumpy GIF super chat. Keith M, Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Mike and Amy were like corpses by rookie morticians. That was so great. The thing about Bloomberg at the end, he goes, you can go to my website. You don't have to donate money. Yeah, because you're a billionaire wasting money on this stupid campaign to just be like Trump. Like, I love when Mayor Pete's like, Bernie is so polarizing. Really? He has more individual donors than any candidate in the history of American politics? Is that polarizing? How is that polarizing? Unbelievable to me. Just such a liar. He's such the deep state pick. Wine Cave Pete. Old Dave, boom. Does this tank Bloomberg? Love you, Graham Knuckles Shave. Thank you, Old Dave. I think it does. I mean, I hopefully it just is like, it really showed that he had no business being up there. I mean, really no business being up there. We replaced Tom Steyer with another, like, he has no business being up there. If he hates Trump so bad, but Bernie's, you see what the point of Bloomberg was, though. What the ruling class, why they put him up there is to just make this pitch that Bernie is so unelectable. Crazy socialism doesn't work. But then Chuck Todd unknowingly later in the debate called out Mayor Pete and said, you're a millennial. Millennials overwhelmingly call themselves socialist. Are you out of touch with your own demographic? Which just blows away Bloomberg and everybody else. Saying Bernie is unelectable is so funny to me. That's why he's ahead in the polls. That's why he's got more individual votes, individual donors than anybody, is because he's so unelectable. Give me a break. It's insane. I think that's Bloomberg's point is to get, and he does that thing. This is how Republicans talk. I ran a business, so I know how to run the country. Really? I always want to say to the businessmen, who I can run this country, I ran a business. How many letters to families of fallen soldiers did you have to write? You ran a business. You didn't have to go through anything horrible. You sat in your CEO booth and you flew around in your private jet and you went to your board meetings and you think you know what it's like to run a country? You're going to go to the people of Flint, Michigan? Anyone whose kids are suffering from cancer or whatever, or because of all the toxins put in the water? You think you can handle that? You think you can handle what? North Korea. You think you can handle some attack in the Strait of Hormuz? You think you can handle that? No, you can't, Bloomberg. Shut up and get out of the race. You Epstein pedophile friend piece of shit. Get out of the race. You are you are everything that is wrong with the billionaire ruling class. And if I was president, I would immediately lock you up and you would get no fair trial. Yeah. You're honestly trying to tell me we can't seem to find Ghislaine Maxwell? The NSA can track any of our phones. They could find her like that, man. They found Osama bin Laden, which who knows how fake that was. They can find anybody, especially a billionaire socialite, pedophile sex trafficker who Bloomberg's friends with. Maggot. What a maggot. 823 people watching, 605 likes. Please hit the like button. You should invite Meghan McCain on. Haha. Yeah, Pete is a CIA plant, that's for sure. Yeah, if it was run like a business, we would have many of the problems we still see. That's what's so amended. Yeah, Clinton's friends with Epstein. That's the thing. Why ran this like it is run like a business. America is run like a business. Like one of your companies where you exploited your workers, Mike Bloomberg, that made you a billionaire. So great when Bernie just spelled out what democratic socialism was and how billionaires are created. Yeah. Yeah, the NDAs just killed Bloomberg's dumpster fire. Yeah, it was. I'll give Warren credit for going after him. It was great. Yeah, it was. This was like I wasn't as bored with this one, man. I was like, okay, hit the like button, everybody. It was like, yeah, look up Pete's military record. It wasn't even like real military service. It's yeah, the working class are the slaves of the ruling class. You got that right, backyard politics. PSYOP, Pete. For sure. Danny O'Brien, shave your knuckles for justice. My order, Bernie, Warren, Pete, Amy, Biden, Bloomberg. Yeah, I'm Bernie, and then I don't know, man. Warren, I'm a capitalist. She stands for Trump. She's not going to get it, though. She's falling off. That's why Warren came out so hard tonight. So to watch tonight, the reason Warren was like, she saw herself falling in the polls. She didn't do well in Iowa. She didn't do well in New Hampshire, and she had to come out sorry. That's why she was like, when Warren went after Klobuchar was like, and I even tweeted out, Klobuchar looked at Warren like, bitch, you called me last night and said, let's work as a team. Like Warren in the last debate and in her speech in New Hampshire, where it sounded like, remember after the New Hampshire primary, it sounded like we were watching it live together. And I was like, sounds like Warren's going to quit. She's going to drop out of the race. And she talked about Amy Klobuchar and I are the only ones that don't take super PAC billionaire money, which I showed you was a lie. I showed you the Forbes article where Warren said, well, Forbes showed that Warren has gotten money from 6 billionaires, Klobuchar 21, and that was back in the fall, so maybe the numbers increased. Because Pete's gotten, it was 40 billionaires back then, now it might be up to 46. And it was like Warren went after Klobuchar, and Klobuchar was not expecting it. Klobuchar had a Kamala Harris. Remember when Tulsi took Kamala out in the summer and called Kamala out for her her record of jailing, putting black people behind bars? And she was like, you saw like Kamala's body language, and she was so conflicted because she couldn't, Klobuchar was like Kamala. Klobuchar loves a woman can be president. We're the best leaders of, and it's just like, it's so great reading all these women's tweets who are like, just any woman is better, like policy platform. And so when that Telemundo woman was crushing her and calling her out, Klobuchar was furious, but she was part of her fury was the same fury that Kamala had. When Tulsi called out Kamala, Kamala couldn't play because Tulsi's a woman of color. She couldn't play the woman card. She couldn't play the race card. And Klobuchar is a white woman, so she can't play the race card against a Latina, let alone a Latina woman. She can't do it. So she was like, couldn't play the identity politics of I'm the girl. She always plays that like, okay, boys, enough with your fighting. Girl power's here, right? Like that's Klobuchar's stance. Or her tactic, because she's just empty platitudes like all these corporate Democrats. And you saw her like, and then when Pete just went after her hard, she was like, what? Like it was, and Warren went after her. They were like, that she started to surge. And Warren didn't really go after Bernie. I think she learned her lesson from, 2 debates ago when she lied. Or maybe that was the last debate. I forget. They don't seem the same. But it'll be interesting to see. Andrew Dwyer. Andrew, thank you for supporting the show. What do you say when people say Mike will at least pick better judges than Trump? I have too many blue no matter who friends and need to stand my ground. Well, point out this to them. The Democrats including Klobuchar, have rubber stamped Trump's judges. That's this resist notion, and even Klobuchar on stage. I didn't approve 2/3 of Trump's judges, so that means a third. She approved a third of his judges, according to her. That's what you say. He used to be a Republican. He's friends with Trump. That's what you say. He's not going to get better judges. He's going to get judges that will help his billionaire buddies. He won't help working class people at all. He never has, and he never will. You know? And so that's what you say to them. Point out, when the Vote Any Blue Will Do gang, I always point them out and go, the democratically controlled Congress voted to increase Trump's military budget. They've, led by Pelosi, voted to approve his border wall, voted to extend the Patriot Act, voted to kill medical marijuana. I just did a video on that. Democrats have been rubber stamping Trump's judge. That's another thing we were distracted by with this stupid impeachment thing. They've been giving Trump his judges and his agenda at every turn. And then a billionaire who used to be a Republican and probably still is, friends with Epstein, is going to somehow save us from Trump. Okay, you want to end the opioid epidemic in this country? That's like saying, well, we'll let the drug dealers come in and save it. Drug dealers are going to help us. Purdue Pharmaceutical and Mexican drug cartels, they're the ones who can help end this opioid epidemic. It's so ridiculous. That's what you tell your friends. Show them all of the crap the Democrats have helped give Trump. That's what you do. That's what you do. Harry C. Smith, boom. Yang has joined CNN as a political commentator. Apparently he started tonight. I thought sell out, but as Kim Iverson said, it may be good to have truth. Yeah, I mean, look, there was a lot about the thing I said about Yang. I'm glad he dropped out. He was polling at 3%. I'm glad he dropped out. Yang, I'm glad he was talking about UBI. His UBI plan was a very, as Ron Placone calls him, he's a tech libertarian. So his UBI plan was just to help capitalism and entrepreneurs, and his plan for everything was like $1,000 and move to higher ground. But he introduced UBI into the conversation. The other thing Yang did that I liked is he seemed like he was being honest. I don't know, maybe he just joined the race to sell more books or something like that because nobody knew who he was until this race. But he seemed like he at least believed in what he was talking about, rather than Pete and Klobuchar and Warren and Biden and Bloomberg, all just liars who just go whichever way the wind blows. And Yang seems like, to me at least, one of the things he did bring up numerous times, which was a good point, is he would say, we can't sit here and say it started with Trump. The whole system's broken. I mean, Yang would say that numerous times, and I really respected him saying that on stage. I really did. And so having him as a commentator might be a good thing too, because hopefully he'll just speak the truth. I hope he's not just got some producer in his ear telling him what corporate talking points to say. I hope he does that. And I hope he just wakes up and throws his support behind Bernie. Fireboy, shave your knuckles for justice. Thank you. Suffragium. Maybe that's a Bowie reference. Shave your knuckles for justice. Nancy Morrison, shave your knuckles for justice. Nancy, it's a big club and none of us are in it and we'll never be in it, nor do I want to be in it. Keep up the great work, Graham. I'm with you, man. Right on, Nancy. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's what we've seen for several months now, especially since Tulsi hasn't been on the stage with Bernie. I wish she was, because when she was on the stage with Bernie, she was really good at fighting harder than Bernie does. But what we're seeing when it's Bernie alone, and we've seen this since Tulsi wasn't allowed on the debate stage, it's the ruling class's various choices. You've got the deep state pick and Pete. You've got an actual billionaire who's just another version of Trump. He's a sexist, racist billionaire, just like Trump. There's no difference. You've got Biden, who's just Obama. You've got, Warren and Klobuchar, who are just centrists. Warren's a fake progressive. They're all, to any one of them is there to help get Bernie out of there, because Bernie does not help the ruling class at all. And they know it. So You're right. It's a big club, and we ain't in it. And it is nice to see. I hope the Any Blue Will Do crowd will wake up. I hope all of Bernie's groundwork in all these states works. And I hope some of these people drop out, man. I really hope they drop out. Get out of the race. We don't want you there. 887 watching, 751 likes. Right on. Share the word. Let's get this up to 1,000 people. Let's get 1,000 likes. Let's break some records, everybody. That's why most of them dropped out of the race. Yeah. I'm looking forward to voting for Tulsi in Colorado. Team Veg and Snake split tonight. Dem exit. Why are you trusting the DNC? I don't trust the DNC at all. I don't trust the DNC at all. But there is a chance, and I've said this for the last 2 years, that if or even just the last year, that if the Bernie's supporters overwhelm and they just can't, if they make it, if it's close, they'll cheat it for sure. But it's a thing that Lee Camp said, that the Bernie supporters just have to overwhelm, make it so impossible. But I mean, look, they still might cheat him. And if they cheat Bernie, look, if he wins Nevada and South Carolina, or even comes in a strong second place in South Carolina, like just barely loses to Joe Biden and everyone else is way behind him, and then cleans up on Super Tuesday, it'll be hard for them to say that he lost, So, I don't think Tulsi is the only one that can beat Trump. I think Bernie can beat Trump. He's beating Trump head to head. I think a Bernie Tulsi ticket could beat Trump. I think Bernie Nina Turner could beat Trump. Tulsi just doesn't. She's not polling high. She's not getting enough of the vote. I mean, that's just the reality. And there's a lot about her I like. A lot about Tulsi I like. But I think, I've said this before. There's been polls. Bernie is leading with Fox News viewers. Bernie is leading in Texas. If a Democrat flipped Texas in the presidential election, it's over. Because if Bernie gets the nomination, man, here's the thing he will do. And like I said, I hope he picks Tulsi or Nina Turner, and Tulsi's a Secretary of State. Like, we've talked about this a lot. You got to understand, Bernie won. Like, he won in West Virginia in the primary. And then the superdelegates gave it to Hillary. And then that state went overwhelmingly for Trump because they said, we didn't forget NAFTA. Bernie's working class populist platform, that's why he's the most popular guy ever. That's why he would win in red states. If he got the nomination and he won Texas, it's over. Because the Any Blue Will Do crowd is going to show up for him, and Bernie's going to actually campaign in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Tulsi's as good as a VP because she brings over the center right, she brings over the libertarians, And I honestly believe that Bernie and Tulsi met in January of last year before they both announced. And I think they hatched a plan. This is just my theory. I have no insider information on it. This is my theory, that they hatched a plan, and Bernie said, Tulsi, you run and you play tough and you get everybody to know who you are. And she took out Kamala. That's one of the reasons Kamala left the race, and she was the most Googled name. And then when Hillary came after, that was a gift. Tulsi got free airtime, calling Hillary a warmonger, which was fantastic. Well, it's not a dumb argument to say Tulsi is polling low when in New Hampshire she got 3% of the vote. She's polling at about 2 to 3%. And I know the polls, a lot of them are bullshit, but then that's the number of votes she got in New Hampshire. So it's not a dumb argument. It's just numbers. So You know, you don't have to be an insulting fuckstick. I will block your fucking face. If you're going to be an idiot, don't be an idiot. I'll block your fucking face. Um, 867 watching, 829 likes, right on. Yeah, it is sad that our biggest competition is the super delegates, right? It's really, it's one of the things I said, you know, look, man, Chris Hedges and I'm blanking on his name. Oh, I can see his face. Cornel West said Bernie missed an opportunity in 2016 when they cheated him. He should have ran as an independent, and he could have maybe won the presidency in 2016. I mean, we'll never know. But so I think, yeah, we're all of us Bernie supporters are going to have to ask some tough questions of ourselves. If they cheat Bernie again, and he goes, "I'm standing behind Mayor Pete to beat Trump," I won't. Chris Matthews is saying Bernie won. Wow. All right. Maybe Chris Matthews took a ton of shit when he made that crazy thing about socialists are going to come to the park and murder me or whatever. Whatever he said was so ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I wish they'd organize their own debate. You guys, it's fine to disagree. Bernie equals $6 a gallon for gasoline. Wow, is that completely wrong? That's completely wrong. $6. God. Look, if you're saying that, my guess is you're saying Bernie's a socialist and he's going to have $6 a gallon gasoline. Bernie's policies will make your life better. Unless you're a billionaire, he's going to make your life better. What you understand in Europe, all those countries Bernie lists, you know, Bernie's a centrist in those countries. In this country, we're a right-wing conservative country. We're a pro-war, pro-corporate conservative country. For your kids, he's going to do student debt forgiveness. The $1.5 trillion that Trump gave in tax breaks to his billionaire buddies, that's the cost. That money could have been spent, that $1.5 trillion that Trump gave to billionaires in the form of a tax break, that's how much student debt forgiveness would be. Right? So that's what that is. I'm glad you told Tom Perez to go fuck himself. I'm freezing. I don't know how to tell you about that. Yeah, the current U.S. is a goddamn embarrassment. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the rule, guys. If you can disagree all you want, but if you're going to say insults to me or anyone else, then yeah, I must have been making a good point. That's why it's freezing. Yeah, Henry Wallace's Ghost. Great screen name, by the way. Would love it if Bernie wins Texas in general election. That would scare the shit out of all the corporatists on both sides. Oh, absolutely. That's the thing I'm saying. This is what the ruling class is seeing. Bernie can win. Bernie can beat Trump. Trump knows it. The Republicans know it. Tucker Carlson talked about it. The Democratic Party knows it. That's why that's why Bloomberg rushes. They got to get Bloomberg in there. Him and Trump are buddies. This is like pro wrestling. Like, hey, I'll jump across the rope and then you hit me in the back with a chair and I'll act stunned and then everyone will go, oh, yeah. Then Hillary will come from the stands and she'll jump down. Oh, no, who saw that come? That's what this is. It's just pro wrestling, you know? Bloomberg's going to grab Trump's hand and do that fake twist, and Trump's going to go, and then he's going to boom, and then Pence is going to come in and shock the gay out of him. That's how it'll go down. I did a poll. Look, there was a poll. Several polls have come out that Bernie beats Trump head to head in Texas, the reddest of red states. 38 electoral votes, if I'm not mistaken. That's lights out. That's lights out. It's over. That's like a Republican winning California or New York. It's like unheard of. Bernie could do it. One of the reasons, I'll tell you why. You want to know which state in the last 3 years has opened the most new chapters of the Democratic Socialists of America? Texas. Wait, what? There's more DSA chapters in Texas than anywhere. What? Wait, what? Yes. Yes. You go to these working class red states, the middle of the country that the Democrats have completely Pence wears nipple tassels. You go to the middle of the country where NAFTA has wiped people out for decades, where people don't have any more. I've driven through the middle of the country. Many of you live there. There's like, oh my God. Ron Placone and I drove through Texas. We drove through Mississippi. We've driven through Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota. We've driven through all these states. We've seen it, man. It's like, whoa, people have been crushed. And that's the thing the neoliberals keep missing. You can't just go Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump. Trump told a bunch of people, hey, you've been abandoned, I got your back. And they went, okay. No one else has said they got our backs. And it worked. And Hillary ran the worst campaign ever, and the DNC cheated Bernie, and blah, blah, blah. We know. So Bernie has a populist platform, but it just doesn't have the xenophobia and the sexism and all the other crazy shit that Trump has. And it's a campaign that would unite people. They're trying to. Mayor Pete has been giving talking points by the CIA to make Bernie out as this wingnut. That's why they got Tulsi off stage, because Tulsi and Bernie were working together. I wish she was on the debate stage. It's like, part of me wants her to stay in the race. Part of me wishes Bernie would just name her as his VP ahead of the. I think Bernie's going to have to name a VP ahead of the convention. That's what he has to do. Her or Nina Turner or something. It should be a woman of color who's a lot younger than him, because the age, they tried to bring up the heart attack thing, which is fair, I guess, to a certain extent, but it's kind of bullshit. They don't bring up Warren's age or Joe Biden's age. They just bring up Bernie's age. So, yeah, Texas is not as red as it used to be. Yeah, Warren did burn her VP chances. All right, let's answer some more super chats. Danny Villa Perez. Danny, always great to have you. Bernie mopped the floor with Mayo, Pete, and Bloomberg. Yeah, he was clocking people. It was great. It was great. The Telemundo lady and Mayor Pete took out Klobuchar. And everyone took out Bloomberg. That was awesome. That was awesome. Denise Gazzardo, what's up, Denise? Thank you so much for supporting the show. Does anyone know what those people were yelling at Biden at the end? Yeah, I said this earlier. I think it was, from what I heard, 824 watching, 891 likes. Let's get the likes over 1,000. Come on. Deported, you separated families with. That's what it sounded like to me, Denise. So I don't know. Maybe they were yelling, Corn Pop 2020, text, leg hair, swimming pool, creepy story, 33033, text 33, Corn Pop 33, hair sniffing, creep. I think that maybe that's what they were yelling. I don't know. Stayer 11 and Buttigieg is 10. whatever. It was the deportation issue is what they were screaming at him. That's what I thought. Shave your legs for Biden. Yeah, Obama was deporter in chief. He deported 3 million people. Ricky Williams. Thank you, Ricky. Wish Carlin was still around in this climate. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Yeah. Sam Dean, what's up? Hope things are well down under. Dude, I'm pretty sure you said Julia Roberts the first time instead of Virginia Roberts. Might be smart to check that ASAP. I'm not joking. Cheers. Okay. I said Virginia Roberts. I said Julia Roberts. I'm so I follow Virginia Roberts. Jufree is her now married name on Twitter. So I will absolutely check that, Sam. Thank you for bringing that up. Owen John's own. Shave your knuckles for burn, turn, or vermin. Boom. Thank you, Owen. Flano 1986. Making Gotham great again. Hashtag CIAP. Use that anytime you're referencing Pete Buttigieg on social media. Every time. Put that trending CIA Pete, CIA Pete, CIA Pete. Put that all over the place. Right? All over the place. Nevada is 27% Latino, and Bernie is polling at 48% of Latino voters. Is Bloomberg at 17? Wow. Biden at 13%. So this is why it looks like Bernie could really clean up with Nevada. It's why they really went after that one union that isn't backing Bernie. And then some people went after that union, and they're trying to say all that they were trying that tactic, the violent birth thing. I was like, really? From that 2016? Yeah. It was, they're really, but I think we're going to find out, if we haven't already, that union must be getting money from some of the other candidates, or some big it has gotten that many union endorsements. I mean, Warren got that one from Working Families, but that's just because her daughter donated to their campaign. So that's a filthy scam. So I want to see this union in Nevada. I want to check their financials. I really would like to check their financials. Frank Friel. Frank, thanks for supporting the show. Glad to see you on, Graham. If Bernie gets screwed, I'm going to Milwaukee. I will get in the establishment's face. Yeah. And Ron Placone and I will be in Milwaukee for the Democratic Convention. We're doing shows July 11th in Chicago, July 12th in Milwaukee, and then we'll be in Milwaukee the 13th through the 16th. We're going to go live. So the Mythicist event, Ron and I are both speaking at that Saturday, and they have studio space for us to use. And I'm going to try to go live every night of the convention afterward if I can. That's what I'm going to try to do. And we're lining that up. So it looks like that's going to be possible. So we're going to be in Milwaukee. Also, February 29th, San Francisco Progressive Comedy Tour. See Ron Placone and I in San Francisco, February 29th. Last time it sold out. So get your tickets now. And then March, we're in Florida. March 12th, we're in Orlando. That sold out last time Ron and I are there. March 13th, we're in Tampa. It's our first time in Tampa. And March 14th, we were in Miami. That sold out last time. So go to grahamelwood.com for all of your tour dates. Boom, shalakalak, booms. 967 likes. Come on, hit the like button. Let's get it up over 1,000. Come on. Who hasn't hit the like button? And we'll be in Portland, April 25th. Seattle, April 24th. May, we are in Indy, Detroit, and Cleveland. June, we are in Louisville and Nashville, and we will be adding Atlanta soon. We're just waiting on the Punchline Comedy Club to put it on their website. So email the Punchline Comedy Club in Atlanta. I told you where we're going in July. August, we are going to Richmond, Virginia, DC, and Philly. September, we're going to New York, Boston, Portland, Maine, and Burlington, Vermont. That's in September. And in October, we are going to Madison and Minneapolis. So again, grahamelwood.com for all your tour dates. Stream comes in, stream goes out. Yeah, I wish I don't know. Everything on my end is telling me it's looking good. I'm sorry. Yeah, Bloomberg is a complete scumbag for calling Bernie a communist. And it was great because Bernie went, come on. And that's an old like Republican talking point. That's what that old billionaire Republican buddy of Trump and Epstein is saying. God, socialism. And I'm so glad Bernie went. We got as Martin Luther King said, socialism for the rich and rugged individualism for the working class. That was awesome. Bernie, Tulsi or bust. Yeah, I hear that. Oh, we hit 1,000 likes. Boom. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Bloomberg is a Republican. We need to hit back hard and show that it's blue, no matter who is that, is a privileged position, not Bernie or bust. We need to spread the message and check their privilege for them. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they have to earn our vote. Bernie or bust is because we got cheated and we're sick of it. And another centrist is not going to fix our problems. Any of those centrists would lose against Trump. Remind them that a centrist ran in 2016 and lost. Yeah, MLK was a democratic socialist. Absolutely. Louise Brooks. I'm down for CIA Pete, but I want Doomberg in return. LOL. Thank you, Louise. Thank you for supporting the show. And I love it when you guys spend money to do a joke. That just always makes me laugh. I have one. Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Thank you. Steve B. Boom, Steve B. Nina Turner was also a CNN contributor. The outrage from Bernie supporters is hypocritical. I don't understand that necessarily. Bernie supporters, we were flat out cheated in 2016. We finally have a candidate that speaks for us, not some like lesser of two evils. It's finally, I mean, I can't vote for the lesser of two evils anymore. And it's so blatantly against him. CNN is against him. The oligarchs are against him. The ruling class, the intelligence community, they're all so flagrantly against him. So what am I supposed to just go, oh, well, that's our system. I'm sorry. I'm going to be pissed off. I'm sorry. I don't like how they smeared Tulsi, calling her an Assad apologist. I don't like any of that. I hate that fucking corporate deep state bullshit. I'm sick of it. So if you're not pissed off, you're not paying attention. Dan Keating, boom. Do you think the New Hampshire results were fixed at all? Well, I haven't seen, I mean, I'll put it this way. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they did a study that the state in 2016, the counties or states or whatever that had paper ballots, Bernie beat Hillary, like 58-42. In the counties or districts or states that had electric voting that can be easily hacked, and I've shown you studies, and they've done tests after universities have done tests, MIT, everybody's done all these, Princeton, I believe, actually, did a study. Hillary won like 85-15. So if there were precincts that used electronic voting in New Hampshire and they didn't go to Bernie, I would ask that question. I don't trust the Democratic Party at all. I don't trust the corporate. Look, they always go after Bernie for Medicare for all, every time. And it's always on these networks that get all this ad money from Big Pharma and the healthcare lobby every time. I mean, it's just like, it's guaranteed. They're going to go, Bernie's Medicare for all. How are we going to pay for it if he won't say his price? And he's like, he wants to raise taxes. He goes, yes, I will raise taxes and deductibles and every other cost will come down. So overall, it will be less, because they're all paid to say that. When big corporations buy ad time on NBC, who did the debates tonight, and CNN and MS and all the other ones, ABC, Fox, they are paid to not do real if they were real journalists, they would show that Bernie's plan is the best. They would uncover all of the politicians on that debate stage that get money from big pharma. They would show it because the FEC filings are matters of public. It's a public knowledge, right? It's a matter of public record. FEC filings. That's what it's for, the Federal Elections Commission. So you can't hide money. But the mainstream media doesn't show it. Shows like I do it, Jimmy does it, Ron, everybody, right? We all do it. But the corporate media won't do it. So the average, just any blue will do, not paying as much attention as we all are, thinks, oh, I guess Bernie's plan is too crazy and expensive. How are we going to pay for it? They don't have the time to do the digging. That's by design, keeping everyone busy and isolated and working 3 jobs and barely getting by. So all they have time for is a soundbite. Maybe they sat and watched this debate tonight at best. And they went, wow, I don't know, Bernie he won't, how much it's going to, like, are they even going to Bernie's website? Are they even taking the time to do that? And if they watch 20, 30 minutes of any of the corporate media is not going to break down each person's Medicare for All plan, honestly, because they're paid to get influence. When Boeing is buying ad time, it's not because they want to sell you an F-18. It's to buy favorable coverage of and how much they need war. Manufacturing consent. Tisha T. Tisha, thank you for supporting the show. What would you say to Bernie having to answer for mean Bernie bros? Would you say maybe they're mean since they have to ration their insulin if they're diabetic? Maybe they're mean because they lost 3 jobs? You're a comedian. Yeah, exactly. If they asked me, Graham, why are you a mean Bernie bro? I'd say, well, Obama and Bush let the banks steal my home and 6 million other people's homes. So yeah, I'm mean. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I might not be mean, but I'm pissed off. You stole my home. I have crappy Obamacare insurance. Like, give me, the only way for my wages to go up in my job is if I have to get, 200,000 subscribers. We got 61,000, which is great. We're going to crack 100,000 this year. That'll help. But whose wages have gone up? Everyone's prices, taxes, insurance, all of it's gone up. The wages haven't. So yeah, I'm a little bit of a pissed off burn bro. And you know who else is pissed off? Nina Turner's pissed off. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is pissed off. Dr. Victoria Dooley is pissed off. Omar, Tlaib, Jayapal, these are all women of color who are as pissed off, if not more pissed off than I am. So yeah, we're pissed off. What's up, Tisha? Dudist Priest, great name. Reading a few of Yang's recent tweet shows he really sold out. By the way, it's Dudist. Dudist Priest. Dudiest. What did I say before? Dudist. Dudist Priest. I get it. Judas Priest, Dudist Priest. I can say Dudiest though, right? I can mispronounce things. Yeah, I'm pissed off. I have to watch my students pass out from unrelated diabetes in class. Untreated diabetes. Yeah. Bev Harris was the one who exposed Bush 2000 theft in Ohio. Okay, good to know. Okay. Oh yeah, some trolls out here. Bernie's a racist. Ability of the machines to be hacked isn't a bug. It's a feature, yeah, and it's a feature that corporate stooges find very appealing. Yeah, it was put in there. Yeah, they put in to make it. Yeah, Bloomberg is in Epstein's black book. Fractional magic is the 2016 theft with Hillary. Okay. Stop reading and give us you. What do you want me to do? It's a live super chat. You guys are asking me questions. You do. What am I supposed to not read? God, stop reading and give us you. What the fuck do you think this is? I am giving me. I'm standing on my feet. I don't even sit. I've been standing for over an hour. Give me you. I'm wearing a black T-shirt. Fuck. Stop belly aching. RBU 83145. Wonder if Bloomberg has been to Pedo Island. I wouldn't doubt it. I'd love to find some flight logs and see how many times he's been on Epstein's plane. Trump's been on it once. Hillary was on it twice, and Bill was on it 26 times. The Clintons were at his compound. Trump is buddies with Prince Andrew. Like, Virginia Roberts has called out Prince Andrew. I mean, it's just, it's horrible. And Bloomberg, I bet you, has been to his island. At the very least, Bloomberg has been to his New Mexico compound, where the Clintons have been. New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson has been. Big Clinton supporter, Bill Richardson. Don't trust him. Time for people to condemn the tone police from the Warren and Mayo Pete camps. Settle the F down, you wet blankets. I mean, come on. And Bernie brought up a great point. He goes, Nina Turner and these women of color have been called awful, awful things by people in all who are supporting all different candidates. Are they held responsible? Like, come on, man. Those Clinton supporters said the worst shit. It was unbelievable. Some of those Clinton people said the worst shit. The worst shit. All right. Mo Money. What's up, Mo Money? Isn't Bloomberg picking Hillary as his VP? He considered being considered suicidal. Yeah, he talked about it, then backed off it quick. God, I hope he does. That would be great. Just get out of here, Epstein pedophile fucking ticket 2020. That's just Epstein 2020. That's what that ticket is. Oh. Hey, Mayors, I need Granny Petrol's take on billionaires. But Greta, billionaires are our friends. They make us cold sandwiches, Greta. They take a billionaire, made this oil shake for me to drink, Greta. Makes me pretty and young. Makes my teeth nice and glistening, Greta. Why are you so angry about billionaires, Greta? Wear a dress and smile more, Greta. Then maybe a billionaire boy will take you to the prom, Greta. Don't be so mean, Greta. Thank you, Air Mares. And thanks again for the I Love Coming gift. JVL. Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. GE, thank you for all your work. Thank you. I appreciate this. Sparky, boom. You're breaking kayfabe again, Graham. Kayfab. You're breaking kayfabe. You got it. Big Baby Zoozas. Boom. Oh my God. It's Bernie with the Sharon, the Sherilyn, the people's elbow. You got it, buddy. Balthazar 228. Nina should be VP, hands down. I've said it. Nina Turner would be a great VP. And she's no nonsense. And I think she would resonate with a lot of working class people and independent voters. You know? So in 2016, it was the lowest black voter turnout in 20 years. because they were like 8 years of Obama. He didn't do much. The black community would come out for Nina Turner. They absolutely would. They absolutely would. And I think the fact that her and Bernie call out the Democratic Party would bring a lot of moderates and independents and excuse me. I think she'd be a great VP pick. I've said that before. I would love Nina as a VP. Love it. Dave Anthony brought up when he was on the live stream like a week or two ago, the woman who's head of the flight attendants union. I think that might be a decent choice. I don't know much about her. I mean, I know she fights hard she's a union rep, which is good. But Nina's a public figure. Everybody knows who she is. I think she'd be great. She'd eat Mike Pence alive. She would eat Mike Pence alive. And the thing about Bernie, and if Nina's his VP, or Tulsi or somebody like that, they're going to go into red states and campaign. The Democratic Party has just abandoned red states. That's one of the reasons they lost in 2016. Bernie won't do that. Look, he did that town hall in West Virginia right after the election, and all these voters in West Virginia like, man, I'd vote for you. He did that Fox town hall last April, and he was ahead in a Fox viewer poll the month prior to that town hall. And then after that town hall, his numbers went up even more. Warren said, I won't go on Fox News. Bernie will go. It's so great when he goes because it's actually easier for Bernie to debate the like Republicans who call him a crazy socialist because he can sit down with them and go, no, I'm not. That's what he did in that Fox town hall. It was great. Somebody asked him about, and he made that point. He goes, there's a big difference between democratic socialism, what I'm doing, which is just what they do in Europe, versus, Stalin era totalitarian communism. It's not the same thing. He would spell it out for people. Right now, all they're hearing is these talking points from Sean Hannity in that crowd. Bernie would go on Fox News, and he would turn a lot of those voters just enough. The diehard Trumpers, you're never going to flip them. You're never going to flip them. But the people that voted for Trump as the lesser of two evils because they just didn't like Hillary, a percentage of them would vote for Bernie. And trust me, if Bernie gets president, even if Tulsi will be somewhere in his cabinet, I guarantee it. If he's not his VP pick, Tulsi will be in his cabinet. And I want her to be in his cabinet. If she's not VP, I want her to be Secretary of State or Secretary of Defense or Secretary of Veterans Affairs. She would do any of those amazingly, and she'd be great. She'd be great. So, Harry C. Smith, boom. Nomiki Konst had Crystal on her show yesterday. The $500 million Bloomberg is pouring out all going to his own companies. He's actually using campaign to make more money. Of course, this is just a money grab. That's why when they took him out on the stage, he's just like, oh man, because he's just winning. He's just getting more money. It's just a scam. Like when Trump ran, Trump had no plan of winning. His goal was to come in like third place. And the game plan was Roger Ailes was going to give him his own network. He was going to start the Trump channel. That's why he was saying fake news. And if you watch the Republican Party 4 years ago, he blew that party up. And it was just to say, oh, both parties are nonsense. Come to Trump TV. That's what the plan was. But he kept crushing. People kept dropping out. And they kept trying to throw different people at him. Remember, it was going to be Jeb Bush, Clinton, 2.0. It was going to be Ted Cruz. It was going to be, what was the other one? And they kept falling off. And that's kind of what's happening with Bernie. And some people are going to fall off in the next week. Trust me. By Super Tuesday, a bunch of people are going to get worked. They're going to fail. They moved up California to March 3rd. That was their goal, to screw Bernie over. Kamala was going to take California. And Bernie's going to take Texas. He's going to take California. There's 1,300 delegates coming out of Super Tuesday. Bernie's going to get, what if he gets like 1,000 or more of them? Then what? I'm just saying. Sparky. Tulsi was left out of the debate. New Hampshire hacked machines. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if New Hampshire hacked machines. They got machines in New Hampshire. They were hacked. I mean, I don't trust those machines at all. And like I said, since Tulsi hasn't been allowed in the debates, it's bad. It's better having Tulsi on stage with Bernie. It really is. I wish she was in the debates. Kelly M. Bernie 2020, Shaker Knuckles for Justice. Just here to say that I am sure Bloombot has tasted human flesh and Pete has the most punchable face. Love you, Graham. Thank you, Kelly. I very much appreciate that. That's a good point to bring up. Yeah, Pete needs to drop out. Mike Preisner would make a great Secretary of State or a great Secretary of Veterans Affairs, man. $538 says Bernie is going to win all but 2 of the states on Super Tuesday. Yep, that's huge, man. That could do it. If he gets all the pledged delegates and they can't force him to a second ballot, then he wins. They can't. That's their own rules. Then it's like too bad, you know. Nice. Pete looks like an evil citizen of Whoville. Yeah, Bernie's a social democrat or a democratic socialist. Balthazar228. Don't forget to check Streamlabs. That's right. Streamlabs.com/Graham Elwood. You got that right. Let's track that right now. It's a great way to support the show. If you don't want to do the super chats, it's a great way to do it. Let me check that real quick. I also have a Venmo. Some of you prefer my Venmo is at Graham-Elwood, and I'm going to start putting it in the show notes in my videos. But yeah, check that out. Balthazar228, boom. I'm also Bernie only or bust. No one else comes even remotely close to him on policy. I hope he puts Nina Turner as VP, if only because she would implement his plan exactly as he would. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if he were to die, she would like follow it to the T. Some of these other people, if Bernie, for God forbid, becomes, not God forbid, he becomes president, but let's say Bernie becomes president and God forbid has health issues or dies or whatever, the VP is critical. And that's why it's like, it has to be a real progressive as the VP. Because if he dies and it's one of these corporate centrists, they'll just abandon Bernie, his plan, and Nina won't. And I don't think Tulsi would either. Boom. Thank you, Balthazar. So I have a Venmo page, which you can use too, like I said. And if you go to grahamelwood.com, I have a PayPal button. All my tour dates are there. I have a P.O. box. Some of you have sent money via the P.O. box. And I really appreciate that. And anyone who sends me something via the P.O. box, I usually keep it anonymous because I'm assuming that's what you want. Yeah, free Julian Assange too. But yeah, if you go to grahamelwood.com, there's a PayPal button. There's my P.O. box. My Venmo, like I said, is at Graham-Elwood. You can do the super chats here, which is awesome, and I very much appreciate it. There's the patreon.com, and then there's rockfin.com. So there might be an interesting Rockfin announcement that is going to be made in the future here. Can't talk about it yet, but we're working on some deals. Ron and I are working on some stuff. WikiLeaks. You smoke a Chinese cigarette? No. Heroin? Oh, you don't like WikiLeaks? Oh, wow. You don't like truth? Oh, man, you might be in the wrong place, dude. Yeah, Julian Assange. He's a real whistleblower. MCSC network. That would be cool. Yeah. Hillary's getting sued. I love that. Venmo is just another way to pay people money. Like it's an app you can use and you can like send a friend money rather than cash or go to the ATM or whatever. Like it's like a buddy of mine and I, we went to a hockey game and he bought the tickets. And so I just Venmoed him the money for the hockey game, stuff like that. I pay employed, like my producer, I pay him through that. Ron and I use it when we go on the road and we're like, I'll pay for some expenses and then he'll get some ticket revenue or whatever. We use Venmo. It's real easy. It's great. Yeah, Amy doesn't know Mexico's prison is. No, I'm not smoking anything. I'm 100% sober. This is getting annoying. All right, I'm finding an annoying person. Boom. Sometimes I get annoyed. Someone's being dumb, I like blocking them. It's my channel. I'm all for freedom of speech, but if you're going to be a fuckstick, I'm going to block you. Like if I'm at a comedy club and you heckle me once or twice and I make fun of you and the crowd laughs and we move on, but then you just don't shut the fuck up, then I'll just go get the fuck out of here. Just get out. So I get to block you. And you've just proven that you're dumb and you weren't raised correctly by your parents. That's the real sad part. Your parents didn't raise you correctly. Oof, that's got to be dumb. What's it like being dumb every day of your life? What's that like? I don't know what that's like. Yeah, free Chelsea Manning, free Julian Assange. Poof, like magic. Gone. Bye-bye, fuckstick. Go back to Dumbtown. Look in the mirror every morning and go, God, I'm stupid. Like every day you're that, like, I don't know what it's like to be that stupid. I don't know. You wake up and go, like I wake up and I write down a list of things to do. I'm going to post videos. I'm going to do yoga. I'm going to do this. You just wake up and go, be dumb, be stupid, say dumb crap, be dumb, be a moron, look in the mirror, call myself stupid, brush my dumb teeth because I'm stupid, eat dumb food, wear dumb clothes, be dumb, comb my hair in a dumb way. Is that what your list looks like? I don't know. I'm just asking. The trolls do live a boring life. But just to be clear, and speaking of WikiLeaks, so Julian Assange trial, his extradition trial, starts February 24th in London. And I know some people that are going to be there. So I'm going to try to get some interviews with Tariq, who we've had on the show, Tariq Haddad, and Taylor Hudak. We're going to try to coordinate it's like an 8-hour time change, and we're going to try to coordinate it, but I'm going to try to at least get a couple of interviews from Taylor and maybe some Tariq and some other people that are there to kind of give us updates on what's happening with the Julian Assange hearing. 1,100 likes. This is awesome. Yeah, free higher education is a no-brainer. An educated populace keeps the middle class growing. Lots of people like Tulsi. Yeah, that's great. There's a lot about her that I like. Would VP Gabbard still have to go on maneuvers with the National Guard? I bet you she would. I wonder what if there's like a rule in place for that. That's an interesting question to ask. If there isn't a rule in place that says she had to step down if you become vice president, there might be some rule like that. In that case, then she just has to step down. But if there isn't, I bet you she stays and goes on maneuvers, because I think it's great when she does that. Vice president is doing maneuvers as a major in the military. Now she's not a major anymore. She's vice president. So generals are going to have to salute her. That'll be interesting to see. I'd like to see that. Because if you're the vice president, there's only one person you take orders from, and that's the president. Everybody else, 4 or 5-star generals, they all got to salute you. Joint Chiefs of Staff. Oh, man, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. Serious promotion. Okay, here's somebody looks like they're from. So when somebody comes in a live chat and they start advocating violence and saying crazy things, there's a good chance they're private intelligence, J-Trick. So the 1 versus 5 Eyes campaign, Susie Dawson, if you go to protectsusie.com, please help her out. She's fighting for to gain asylum in Russia. But if you look at her 1 versus 5 Eyes videos that I let her stream on this channel, they talk about that's private intelligence. One of the things they do is they try to blow up and cause problems on the left. Not specifically blow up, but one of the things they do is they try to advocate for violence. So if they come in a chat like this and advocate for violence, and then if I go, yeah, and agree with them, then they can go, oh, Graham Elwood's advocating for violence to his audience. Graham Elwood is a violent advocist problem. FBI can come down. So you got to be careful of that. And they also try to start fights and cause problems. The intelligence community in the CIA has been infiltrating the left for decades and trying to get the left to fight with each other. And you see it. I guarantee there's intelligence people with Antifa and with the Proud Boys. When they were fighting, I guarantee it was private intelligence starting that fight to just keep people divided. That's what they got to do. So look out for that. That's when I see it here, I'm always like, oh, okay. Yeah, Abby Martin's great. All right, I'm going to answer the rest of these, and then I'm going to wrap it up here because I've been talking a lot. Hendo's experience. Thank you, Hendo. Do you think, as of today, Bernie will get cheated again? They're really trying. They're really trying. I'm not naive. I don't think, oh, the Democrats' party's reformed and they're all good people. I think they're really trying. I think the difference is more people are paying attention now than last time. There's more people like me. There's more people watching my show. There's more people watching all these indie media people. Kim Iverson wasn't here 4 years ago. All these people. Ron, myself, Kim, all these shows weren't happening 4 years ago. So more people are paying attention. And I think the Bernie campaign is aware of the cheating and they're trying to do something about it. I have no doubt that there's moles within his campaign and moles within Tulsi's campaign. But I think we have a better chance this time. Are they trying? They are trying to cheat him. Iowa showed us they are trying to cheat. That simple. And with electric voting machines in New Hampshire, probably trying to cheat there too, and they're going to try to cheat in Nevada. So, but I think more people are paying attention this time. And it's overwhelming that Bernie can win. And they're going to have to come to grips with the fact that he can beat Trump. He's the most popular politician in America. That can't beat Trump. Trump's base is it's a finite number of people. He's not adding to his base. People aren't jumping on the Trump train. The only way Trump wins is if less Democrats show up to vote. And people won't show up to vote if it's a boring centrist. If it's Bloomberg or Klobuchar or Mayor Pete or Warren or Biden, if they won't show up, they won't get excited. And you have this 100-some million block of people that didn't vote. If didn't vote was a politician, they would have won the 2016 presidential election. So you just get 20% of those people, 30% of those people to show up, even 10 million new voters that weren't going to vote. It's somebody like Bernie Sanders. He rallies the outsiders. He rallies the independents. He rallies the people. It's like they don't care for me. Nobody cares about me. So that's what I think. Sparky, as Burlington mayor, Bernie stimulated small business, tourism, and brought in a baseball team. Capitalists need not be afraid. Yeah, I know. He's not going to kill business. He's not going to make this the Soviet Union. It's unbelievable. It'll be like what FDR did. You know, Because the old rule is FDR wasn't a socialist so much as he saved capitalism, because people were going to riot in the streets and burn down the robber barons' homes in the 20s after the Depression and 30s. It was brutal. If there's another recession, that'll happen here unless you have everybody working in a good union paying job in a Green New Deal. If $15 an hour is the minimum wage, if all these more unions are formed, the billionaires are just greedy assholes. God forbid Mike Bloomberg would have to give up a bunch of his money and only live on $10 million a year. Oh, God, what a crime. Oh, no, capitalism has crushed. Like, they're such punks. They're such little babies. They're such crybabies. Sage and Fool just arrived. Beast supporter. I thought W won. She came out blazing. I was annoyed that Bernie never cited the polls that show his strength. He did a little. I think he had a good thing. But watching Warren, she was like coming out swinging. She's lagging in the polls. She had to. She's in like 4th place or 5th place or something. She had to come out swinging. I was actually, and I think it actually kind of helped Bernie because it knocks out Bloomberg. Bloomberg is going head on at Bernie. He's really spending all of his money to say Bernie's not the guy to beat Trump. I'm the guy to beat Trump. So by Warren taking Bernie out, by Warren taking Bloomberg out, calling him out for all of these non-disclosure agreements with women that have accused him of sexual harassment and sexual assault, she clocked him. Warren actually helped Bernie, in my opinion. That's what I saw. Sparky. As any voting machine salesman, first question customers ask, can your machine be rigged? If the answer is no, they are shown the door. Yes, you're correct, Sparky. That's how we rig elections. The Big Red Bear. Shave your knuckles for justice. Elizabeth Warren may be a snake, but much to Bloomberg's dismay, but the snake can still bite. I hope she heard him, but didn't get the bump. Yeah, I don't think he got a big bump for Warren. She might see a little bit, but it really took, as I was just saying, it took Bloomberg out more than it did anything, which only helps Bernie. So hopefully Bloomberg will drop out and maybe Klobuchar or somebody will drop out, I hope. Sparky, boom. Maybe Bloomberg inoculates himself against his racism by picking Michelle Obama's VP. Billions of dollars can encourage her to consider it. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Anything's possible, man. Some crazy shit's going to happen. If Bernie's sweet, going to have to make a decision and say, I need to pick my VP now. And start showing now that I can win the general to all of the Democratic voters and the rest of the country, that I can beat Trump today. And he's going to have to do that. He's going to have to do that by picking a VP like Nina Turner or Tulsi Gabbard or somebody like that. He's going to have to do that. Balthazar 228. I want Mike Prizer for Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, or VA. Yeah, Mike Prizer is awesome. I love Mike and Abby's work. I love what they do. Ricky Williams. Bloomberg spent more than Mayweather fight to get himself TKO tonight. I know. And this notion we got to spend a lot of money. Hillary outspent Trump to almost 2-1, and she lost. Sparky. Shave your knuckles for justice. Mike Pompeo, Gina Haspel, and Elliot Abrams suck. Suck is a nice word. Those people are evil. They're evil. Danny Vela Perez. I'm in the mood for a annoyed Shatner. All right, I'll sing a song. I'm going to wrap up here and sing a song. Melissa Petrovic. What's up, Melissa? Thank you for keep fighting. Thank you, Melissa. Petrovic, is that Russian? Spatsiba bolshoy. Do svidanya. Yet. There you go. 5 words that I know. Balthazar 228 sent one more Streamlabs with link. Oh, okay. Oh, James Adomian's Twitter. I love James Adomian, man. Michael Bloomberg buys ads inside his own ads. Oh, I know. That's so great. I'm retweeting that. Thank you so much. I love James Adomian. I want to have him on the show as Bernie. Tisha T. Thank you, Tisha. Why do corp dems believe in super delegates now? Convenient, hypocrites. It's so annoying. Yeah, so they know they can stop a progressive from taking over the party. That's what it means. That's what it absolutely means. All right, folks. RB Youth 83145, thank you. Shout out to Gordon Dimmick's channel in the UK. Yeah, right on. Gordon Dimmick's doing good work. Green New Deal does not address fracking. I don't know if that's true. I read Bernie's Green New Deal over the summer, and it sounded to me like it did, unless I missed it. But all right, let's find that jackwagon. Is there a jackwagon we need to take down? All right, what song should I sing, everybody? Socialism doesn't work. Democratic socialism does. Yeah, you're quoting the Iron Lady, Margaret Thatcher, who was awful, who nightsticked. Oh, God. Dude. Ugh. Read a history book. Bloomberg gave us a brand new hashtag tonight. Don't stop me now. More money, more problems. WSWS.org. Let's see. What's a fun song, Sam Dean? What do we got? Never Stop Stopping. Adele. Burned. That's funny. Sing America the Beautiful. No, save that for Bernie's victory. Yeah. Looking for Bloomberg's creepy quote about trains. I don't know. Did Epstein have a train? Is that why he brought that up? I like Tulsi's off act. I really like her off act. When Bernie dropped his Green New Deal over the summer, he revamped it, and it seemed like the most thorough Green New Deal of any of the candidates. It really did. That's not a slam on Tulsi. That's just saying Bernie he really like got it even more comprehensive to me. So, and Tulsi and Bernie supporters don't need to fight with each other. We're all on the same page. When the lights go down in the California town. All right, I'm going to sing that one. That one sounds fun to me. That'll be a good one as Shatner. Because I know I didn't sing Sunday when I did the live stream. So I go live every Sunday at 3 o'clock, you guys, 3 o'clock Pacific. That's fine. Things don't do that. Okay. Let's find it. Let's find it. YouTube. Thank you so much. Go see Ron Placone and I in San Francisco, February 29th. And we are in Florida, Orlando, March 12th, Tampa, March 13th, Miami, March 14th. Go to grahamelwood.com for tickets. San Francisco sold out last time. Orlando and Miami sold out. Tampa, we've never been to before. So please check that out. The lights go down. That's Journeys. Go down. that song? And the lights go down in a California town. People are in for the evening. Is that right? John through lyrics. Okay, let's see this. John Stewart. There's California. As William Shatner. Go to grandmama.com for tour dates. Wanna go down in a California town. People are in for the evening. In my car and throwing my guitar. Breathing. Stevie Nicks. They're out there turning music into gold. Brace, he's at work and pumping gas. He's $2.54 an hour. It's a working man's son. Bands and his tapping and the cans. It's rock and roll in the shower. Driving over Canaan, singing to my soul. There's people out there turning music into gold. This song's really about LA. I like it. I haven't listened to the lyrics in a million years. Driving over Canaan Dune. That's going into Malibu from the valley. When your girls are the greatest in the world. A soul in the making. Singing rhymes with me, I can hear the melody. Story is there for the taking. Driving over Canaan, singing to my soul. People out there. The Nevada caucus, November 22nd. South Carolina, the 29th. Super drained soul. People they're taking music into gold. South Carolina, the 29th. Super Tuesday, March 3rd. Lights go down in a California town. People are in for the evening. Jump into my car and I throw my guitar. Make time with the breathing. Went over Canaan, singing to my soul. Well, out there, turning music into gold. That was a little more Charlton Heston. Canaan, singing to my soul. There's people out there. They're turning music into gold. They're turning music into gold. Turning music into gold. 1,357 delegates will be determined on Super Tuesday. Go to grandma.com for tour dates. San Francisco. They're turning music into gold. Well, out there turning music into gold. Progressive comedy tour, San Francisco, February 29th. Turning music out of gold. And music into gold. Turning music into gold. That's our song, everybody. Stevie Nicks, John Stewart. Turning music into gold, everybody. That's what tonight was all about. We turned music into gold, ladies and gentlemen. Danny Villaperez, you crack me up. I want to have a beer with you. I don't drink, but yes, we can have like a seltzer or a kombucha or something of that nature. Thank you all so much for watching the show. Again, I will go live this Sunday. I will be in I'm doing Jimmy Dore shows in Sacramento and San Jose, but I will be going live this Sunday. I'm not sure the time yet. Sometimes when I'm on the road, I have to adjust the time. Normally it's 3 p.m. Pacific. But I also want to say that I will be going live at those whenever those end. It's usually 2 hours, so right around 7, 8 o'clock Pacific time. And then I'm going to do the Political Vigilante game show, the 27th. So big week of live streaming, ladies and gentlemen. Join me right here. And of course, like, share, and subscribe. We had over 1,100 likes, and we peaked out at almost 800 people watching, a little over 800 people watching, which is great. So thank you so much. Great way to end the show. Eases the mood. Good surf, buddy. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go surfing tomorrow. I need to get in the water. I'm in the water for like a week and a half. When I watch one of these debates, I got to just get it out of my system. Thank you so much for supporting the show and everything that I do. GrahamElwood.com for all of the tour dates. You're fantastic. And remember now, when the lights go down in the California city, people are in for the evening. It's a nice, quiet state.